Here with Miami's head football coach, Mario Cristobal. So good to see you, Coach. Thank you for joining us today. We just saw some clips of Cam Ward. Obviously, the quarterback was huge for you guys this season. We've talked about whether or not he'll go number one overall, where he will go in the draft. Why do you think that your quarterback should be drafted high?
Well, I think he should be drafted first overall because he's the best competitor and the best overall player in the country. And his competitiveness, his way of being, the way he affects the people around him, he's second to none. I mean, he's a guy that has changed the profile of our university, has certainly elevated everybody around them, and I just think he's a guy that can take a franchise and just elevate it and everybody in it.
So how is he as a leader for people that don't know? Because I feel like he's very vocal in certain moments, but we don't really hear as much as we want from him. So how is he as a leader for a football
he's
team?
Phenomenal. He's one of a kind. I mean, you would think he doesn't lead like a quarterback. He leads more like an offensive lineman, a linebacker. He's really enthusiastic, tons of energy. He's very alpha now. I mean, if you can't deal with an alpha, it might not be your thing, but he's the right kind of alpha where, yeah, he'll light a place up, but he'll also galvanize everybody around him. He's as special as I've ever been around.
What did he say? If you don't draft me, that's your fault. Exactly. So he's definitely an alpha.
No doubt.
Okay, but you guys had 10 combine invites this year. What do you think that says about this Miami football program?
Well, again, we came here a couple years ago. And we've been working really hard to bring Miami back to where it's supposed to be, and we're getting there. The trajectory is really strong, and with 10 guys there, and actually we have 3 guys attending the rookie symposium. So 3 of our current players will be there as well. Ruben Bain, Francis Mainoa, Carson Beck, attending as, again, projected guys for the following year. So all in all, it just speaks highly of our players, how hard they work, the program, the way they develop people, but the fact that Miami is working their tails off to get back to where it's supposed to be.
So you mentioned him. It's another guy that we've talked a lot about, Carson Beck, who will be your quarterback next year. What do you like about him as a quarterback, and why did you want him to be a part of this program?
Well, a lot of the reasons why we like Cam, a guy that besides the accuracy and the strong arm and the ability to just elevate a football team, the guy is just he's poised to have a great season with the right protection, the right scheme. Our scheme fits him. Our scheme is designed to be really powerful and strong up front, to get the ball to the playmakers outside, to protect him really well, right, in a very diversified passing game that has a lot of autonomy to it. So he fits us perfectly.
So we know that he got injured in the SEC championship game. He recently got the brace removed from his arm. Where exactly is he at when it comes to his recovery?
He's doing well. He's running really fast. He's not throwing the ball yet, but he's very close to doing so. So he's taking part in all the stuff that he can do, and he should be throwing soon, maybe in a couple of weeks or so.
So this season, you guys had your second 10-win season in 20 years, which is huge. Every single season that you've been here, you guys have just gotten better and better. How do you hope to carry that over into next season?
Oh, we're just getting started. I mean, the vision in coming here and led by, again, our president, Joe Echeverria, was about taking the right steps and doing it so we can build Miami to sustain greatness. And we are just full throttle working ourselves to a point where we could contend and win championships on a yearly basis.
So as you look forward to next season, what excites you the most about Miami football? Because we talked after the season ended, right, and what your hopes were for this year. So what are your hopes for next season?
To elevate and take another step. The hard work of our players, their attitude, their competitiveness, their willingness to be pushed and to push themselves, that excites me because at this time of year, teams go one way or the other. These guys have taken on the offseason as a team that has a chip on their shoulder, so we're going to push them. We're going to push them hard.
I do want to ask you one more question about Carson Beck because we talked about the leadership of Cam Ward, and I feel like they're very different quarterbacks when it comes to just their personality. What about Carson do you think will make him a leader of this team?
Well, I think he's made of the right stuff. I think guys that are competitive by nature, they might lead in different ways, but their intent is pure. It's natural. They want to win. They're not concerned about accolades and awards or whatnot. They just want to win. They want to make guys around them better. They want to do it as a team. So I think those qualities and just an internal drive to be great, it's a great combination for what we need. Okay,
so one thing about Miami, as you know, I spent many years here, that we love is the Cuban coffee. There's cafecito. There's also cafe con leche, but we have cafecito here, and we know that Coach Cristobal has to drink a lot of this because of all the things that he does for Miami football. So that's yours.
That's mine.
This is what it looks like. It's a little shot.
Okay.
I feel like we can cheers
to
Miami's football season
Absolutely.
This year and years
Progress.
to come. Yes,
Amen.
exactly.
Go Canes.
Thank you so much, Coach.
It's about number 10.